Double. I want to talk about obviously not to say too much, just parentinghood, man. Like fatherhood, motherhood, all of these things that I love talking about it because I'm a dad myself, and obviously like you see whenever people say like once you become a dad or a mum, it literally changes your whole life. Like could you relate to that? And
100 million%.
in your own reality, in your own eyes, how's being a parent, how has that really changed you, and has that made you like a better person in general? How has that changed you in general? Like
100 million%. It's definitely it gives you purpose, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think before having children, for example, you definitely live for yourself. So a lot of mistakes that you make, for example, is basically based on, oh, tomorrow I'll be fine.
For real.
Like I personally believe subconsciously, for example, before we go to bed, for example, we assess like, have we eaten, all of these things.
Yeah.
Something, I always say this, before having kids, for example, you're working off survival mode. You know what I mean? Yeah. So how you can survive and, for example, energy with the people around you or whatever the case is how your life will be based on.
Yeah.
So even if, say, for example, some people you think, they don't have money. They've had money, for example, but their life is just might be heavy or whatever the case is. As soon as you have a child, for example, I always say this, there's two types of human beings as soon as the child comes. Yeah. There's the one that still wants to be the old version of themselves. And then there's the one that sees the new version of themselves, for example, and is heading towards that direction.
Bingo.
Do you get what I mean? So I think for me, it was just one of them ones where I've always seen myself, I move like one already. Do you get what I mean? Like I'm very much like a brother, I'm a family man, I'm whatever the case. I might do specific other stuff on my own accord.
But it went times 10.
Yeah, do you get what I mean? So do you get what I mean? Like, so now, for example, if someone asks me something, the advice I'm going to give you is, like, let's say, for example, Shocka could ask me something, I'm going to give him advice as a brother and how it's going to benefit him for later and whatever. However he takes it, I have to give him the information like this.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Because now, even down to me, I know what it is to be, whether I've got kids now, for example, I've got brothers, I've got this and that. Even down to having kids, for example, it made me realise I might not have been as harsh on my brothers, not harsh, but I might not have been as honest on my brothers or whatever the situation is as I was before. You get what I mean? So even down to me now, for example, I think I just say things exactly how you're supposed to see it or hear it. Do you get what I mean?
I've spoken to like a mum, before even I come to Shocks and Criba, Obviously, I'm not going to say her name. And the vibe that I get from her is, obviously, she's trying to start her own business, innit? But she's saying certain things like, and with some of the things that she's basically saying, it's like, now she's got a child. The child, not in a bad way, but the way she made it sound is kind of like, it made me feel like, right, is your child kind of a burden to you now? And you see how some people that have kids and then they kind of say certain things that give you a vibe of like thinking that maybe the child is a burden now. And now she like, obviously, she has to focus on the child.
Of course.
But the vibe she gave me is like, it's like as if the child now has slowed down her plans and certain things that she has to do. Now she has to put certain things on the side now, focus on the child for now. Like, do you feel like that? Because sometimes certain parents, let's keep it real, that's reality. Some parents, for whatever reason, they feel like that sometimes. Like, have you felt like that? Or
No,
even with somebody that might feel like that, do you have any advice for them, like in terms of like, obviously you can't really paint people's realities in it, but is there anything that we could speak?
Not in a bad way.
You could say on that,
I'm very real with myself, and I just don't think she was ready. You know
bro.
I mean? So that's the advice I like.
Because sometimes,
I don't think she was ready, and I think the realization of having a child has hit her.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
The harsh
for
reality.
me, I'm going to be real. How should I even put it? Like, having kids for me, it's just one of them situations where I think as men, for example, we're never ready. Yeah. Do you get what I mean? Like, we have to adjust. Remember, I think men have been conditioned to basically get up and figure it out. So a lot of us, for example, if you're smart enough, you'll just basically plan ahead of time. Do you get what I mean? I think that's all having a child has taught me. Just plan way ahead of time.
Yeah, I totally agree.
You get what I mean? It's not even the girl, for example. I think with women, for example, because they're based on love and all of these emotions, for example, she potentially still wants to go raving. She potentially still wants to achieve this, go and rare this and that. Men think we could still do that anyway. Do you get what I mean? Men just know, all right, cool, well, maybe for a month, for example, I'm just going to be chilled, for example, and just staring at my youth, for example. Not in a bad way. I'm staring at my youth, for example, and just looking after wifey or whatever the case. Because that's my job. My job is to provide and protect in the household. Do you get what I mean? So, whereas, well, that's a real man's job. Do you get what I mean? Certain men are not like that. But not in a bad way. But I think with women, for example, unless, respectfully as well, if my man's not there as well, then maybe she's going to look at it like that. Because remember, now she has to do two jobs.
Yeah, mum and a dad at the same time.
A child needs both parents.
For real,
Like, the
bro.
older I've got, the more I've realized. I even always say, for example, with my situation, like if it ever went left or whatever, I'm still in the child's life. I'm still making sure things are patterned in the house where you've got my child.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Criba, I'm gonna come to you, Shocks. Yeah, literally like 1 minute. Criba, what do you think, man? Like, you see, after you had your kids, obviously in regards the relationship that you've had, the situation with the mother of your kids and stuff like that.
Oh,
but for you personally,
as soon as my
when you
daughter,
had, do you feel like?
As soon as my daughter was born, it was like you said, we don't know.
We never planned.
At the beginning, I was like, oh yeah, I'm having a you.
That's how we move, innit?
That's how we move, yeah. But the woman has the baby in there.
Yeah.
Breathing, it's feeling, its emotions, it's everything. So they already know. But yeah, I had my daughter and I was like, boom. But from then I was like, yeah, I have to, you know what I'm saying? I changed certain things. I wouldn't do certain things.
Yeah.
Even like getting in certain situations.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because my kids are in my house now.
Yeah.
If I get into certain situations and people come to my kid's door, at that time, I will probably feel like I have to do something.
You know what I want,
Do you understand? So it changed a hell of a lot for me.
Yeah.
What was the actual question though?
No, the actual question was literally like,
how's it changed you?
Yeah, like certain people, obviously, like you got two types of people. Like some people have kids and you can actually see how their child has actually changed them for the better or whatever. And then you got certain people who say maybe their child is holding me.
It wasn't a quick.
Thank you.
Like my lifestyle wasn't made for kids at that time. And you can't just change that lifestyle that quick.
Reality.
Otherwise you'll just go back. You need to make slow adjustments and take yourself out of that life. Do you know what I'm saying?
I agree. You can't look at yourself
even like certain people who, like you said, who your friends are, show you who you are. You know what I'm saying? So if you're chilling with men that are doing madness, you'll end up doing madness. And I can't have madness near my kids. That's it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Even when I was doing half of the stuff I was doing, I never brought anything home. Do you get what I mean? Like one thing that I applaud myself, like coming back from Uganda, for example, I'll still be doing specific things that no one knows. I don't talk my stuff anyway. Do you get what I mean? Like specific people will know specific things, but I realize the more quiet you are, for example, the more things don't come back. So I remember my mum I remember one time police must have come to the yard, and I even sat there and thought, what did I do? Because the only person that would bring them home is me. They would come for my little brother, but it wasn't him that did whatever they done. So they've come into the room that me and him sleeping, and obviously these times, alhamdulillah, like man did, well, not astaghfirullah as well, but man did music, for example, so I had bare trainers. This is my cousin, he knows. I used to get so much stuff, for example, and just give it out, you get what I mean? So I'm in my room, for example, with like 30 pairs of trainers. They're thinking they're my little brothers. But I could tell he doesn't know he doesn't know what to say to police or whatever the case is. So when they've come in, they're trying to ask me questions, I'm ignoring them. You know my thing already shows.
Come on.
I learned these things, didn't it? So they've asked, what do you do? I'm like, I'm a musician. So you know Skepta and that? I was like, fucking hell, fam. That police, they're so on my brother, but I saved them because I was like, nah, they're mine. I bought them for him or whatever the case is, for example. It's my little brother. Of course I'm going to buy them for him. And then that kind of took him off the hook. But then that's when I kind of just realized, like, wait, what was the question again?
No, when you become a parent, like, how does it change you? Which aspects of
So I was basically talking about,
you?
not bringing anything home. So that's when I realized I'm so calculated when it comes down to specific things, for example. Having a child is just, I'm on 10 now. So let's say, for example, if you didn't think I did anything before, now I'm a good you, fam. I am a good you anyway.
I hear that.
I mean, I'm superb now. When you, I'm so calculatedly superb now. You're thinking, nah.
For the lead. You done on the thing already, man. Guys, Shocka and Criba, Let's talk about let's give some people some game, man. Like purpose. Do you both like? I'm just gonna ask this question as a person who's just met Elo for the first time. I'm gonna pretend like I met Elo for the first time. Would you both say that you both found your purpose? And not to be sorry to even cut you. I know that word purpose a lot of people ask, and the only reason why sometimes I ask is I feel like, again, educating someone. I feel like, hey, one of these conversations, you saying maybe I found my purpose and explain yourself why. It might give somebody some inspiration, or maybe it might help somebody find their own purpose. You got what I'm saying?
So I was gonna say literally. My kids, but that's a purpose and not my purpose in certain aspects. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
But
It's calm, man. Like if you still on your journey to look for your purpose, it's calm.
No, that's what I said. They are my purpose.
It's natural,
yeah.
But I'm trying to like delve like, because even though you have kids, you can still have a purpose. Like
your own personal.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think, like I said earlier, brother, if like my music or even just the way I am, or just in life in general, if that helps, touches, heals, positive,
for real,
uplifts, then we got purpose, bro.
For real.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Everyone's purpose don't need to be
the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. And all of that.
It should have been
like artificial kind of materialistic kind of stuff. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's not purpose.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Some people think their purpose is to have £1 million multi-successful business loan.
If it happens for you, it happens for you. That's how God intended.
I believe what Criba said. Like I believe highly in what he said, because I feel like I don't know if I said it earlier to Shock or something, where it's like God created all of us. Like God gave us all of us our own unique qualities. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And part of the game of reality, like the older I get, I understand, is for each individual to try to learn about yourself, to go through life, to figure out what is your personal purpose. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like you said, not everybody's got the same purpose. You're going to say some people might have the purpose like Malcolm X, to come here to do what Malcolm X did. Somebody exactly. Some people might come Some people might come and do what Muhammad Ali did. You're going to say what I'm trying to say. All of us have got a different purpose. You're going to say, and I feel like one of the reasons why sometimes I ask this bait word purpose. Yeah, it's simply because I feel like sometimes, like Criba said, some people, especially in this day and age, some people might honestly feel like, they don't have a purpose, or they might follow the wrong person, and you get what I'm saying. They might think.
Let's break it down. For me, I feel like there's passion and there's purpose. Passion is for yourself. When you're playing computer games and you're going swimming lessons,
that's your passion, your personal passion.
Writing lyrics, that's like my personal passion.
Yeah.
Purpose is when it serves others.
Jeez.
Whatever you're doing, no, it's true. Whatever you're doing, as soon as you start serving other people, like putting a smile on someone else's face, that's when it becomes purpose. That's why it's purposeful.
You become a light in their life.
Yeah, that's what it's.
That's what happens.
No, because we have to make it clear. Because I wish someone had said that to me.
Yeah,
because I could be, I don't know, singing outside my window every day, and there's like a little crowd. And I don't realise that, oh my God, that's just become a purpose. My singing is bringing joy to other people. As soon as it starts serving other people, it's like your music's purposeful now. Because like, it's not just for you. There's someone out there now, you might not know them, but they're listening to your song. So it serves someone else.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's your passion when it's just for you. Like, this is what I'm passionate about. You know what I mean? Like, my auntie's got her own passion. She loves cooking. If you come to my house, she'll cook you food. She loves cooking, but as soon as like she sells that, or makes a shop for it and starts serving other people, it's not just a purpose. It's a purpose now because it's serving other people. So I feel like I found my purpose ages ago.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah. Let me quickly just
people forever.
Yeah, let me quickly just add on to that as well. Yeah,
No pun intended.
for real, guys. Yeah, let me quickly just add on to that as well. Yeah. So before we leave this topic, yeah, like one of the keys, we can talk about all of these things as well, but even personally for myself, yeah, I feel like the tricky part in this conversation is like, you've got so many people who they're probably looking at Shocks and saying, bro, I love you, you inspire me, you're making sense. But how the fuck can I find my purpose? What do I need to do? Big man, you're going to say that a lot of people they don't know where to go to literally go on this road of their personal purpose.
Passion, though.
Yeah, talk to them.
Talk
to them. You're getting a wall. Talk to them.
You're getting a wall.
Yeah, serve your passion.
Yeah,
serve you, because if your passion is making you happy, then it's going to make some
mixing it up.
Yeah, it starts with your passion. If
your
passion's writing poems, and it's put a smile in your face. Now see if that puts a, say it to your sister, say it to your little brother, say it to your mum. If they like it, it's now just turned into a but making money, that's a whole completely different.
That's the business side.
That's making money from your passion, from your purpose.
It's a different level.
Yeah, that we're talking. So that depends on what time you live in.
Yeah,
you could. Martin Luther King. His purpose was speaking. He served people, like he spoke. Even that I Am a Dream speech, that was a speech.
If
you don't know how much he got paid though, that could have been a free speech.
Yeah.
That speech that changed the whole world, he might have not got a penny from it.
It's true. Imagine him now. He'll be doing seminars all over the world, getting flown. He'll be getting flown in private jets all over the world.
Do you know what I mean? So the time you're living in There's slaves that are probably on the slave ship giving them up, like, yo, we can't go out like this.
Yeah, the biggest...
like, they're motivational speech,
How do you think singing and everything started?
Yeah, but they're just in that time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They got chain shackled and like, he was he was probably, every night, he was the one that was, you know what I mean? Telling them, yo, tomorrow's another day. But he ain't getting paid. There's not even, what is it, shillings?
He was the main motivator.
You all survived.
Yeah, bro. But he was just in the wrong time. If they put him in today's world, he would be Eric Thomas.
Yeah, he would have been Eric Thomas.
So the time, that's why I always say on him, I'm like, yo, the time we're living in
it's a movie.
Wild.
Yeah, it's a movie.
It is
wild. And we've got this thing called Purple Cow. So we've got, basically what Purple Cow basically means is how you stand out within this time. So let's say, for example, I even, to the point where I added on to the purple cow, for example. But yeah, like a purple cow, basically, there's 1,000 cows in the field. No matter where you, and then you put the purple cow, you just land it.
That's so dope, by the way.
Me and him has been talking about it for 10 years. So I know it's the truth anyway, yeah. So you can have 1,000 cows in the field.
Yeah.
Get a drone and fly that drone anywhere, you're going to always see that purple cow.
Man,
there might be, for example, a cow within that field, for example, that makes more milk than the purple cow. Yeah. But the purple cow is always going to stand out. That cow that makes more milk than the purple cow, he looks like everyone else anyway, so he doesn't stand out. You get what I mean? But the purple cow, no matter what happens, no matter what the situation is always going to stand out. And in life, if you become the purple cow, it's a
movie.
Yeah, it's
a movie. In every field we look into, the ones that are successful in that field are the purple cows of that field. So the Drakes, the 50 Cents, the
man read my mind.
Kanye's,
Mine's
all
a
the
mind
purple cows. But what happens is that people don't study why they're the purple cows. They just see them and think. That's what I was saying. What I was going to before. Now I got this purple cow analogy. As soon as someone blows up, I go to their interviews and I go see, and I'm like, oh,
that's why.
I'm like, that's why. I'll see Digga D and like,
you just know.
And I'll see everyone talking about Central C. I mean, I'll see everyone talking about him, and then I'll go to an interview. And I'll hear him speak, because it'll have to pour out. It'll come out. You can't hide it. And he'll say something. He'll say a line, and I'll be like, that's why you're that guy. That's what you think. That's your, do you know what I mean? That's why you're that. Like, so, it's that simple. So, yeah. Like running, Usain Bolt was like the purple cow.
We didn't need to overthink it.
He's got the world record. Do you know what I mean? Like he's the purple cow.
Me and him's got this thing here where every single time, like, so the other day, I think either I sent him something or he sent me something of someone running. But I think they beat a world record, and then me and him will say, "Oh, he's here."
We'll be like, "He's arrived."
He's arrived.
You know what I mean?
The new purple cow.
The new purple cow. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, and. Criba, bro, what do you think about do you believe like I'm not gonna love this question as well. Do you believe like all of us to a certain degree have got a certain addiction?
I don't know, but I know I do.
No. By the way, it's not true. My question, my
my
answer to that is literally yes. Like I'm just always trying to make people understand more. Even somebody that might be addicted and they don't know that they're addicted to food or something. Maybe this conversation might have them thinking, you know what? They're there in the kitchen and watching this conversation and thinking, you know what Criba or Double Shocka said, I'm actually, I'm addicted.
You get me?
It's just the word addicted.
You know, like caffeine and
of course.
Codeine, all of them things are addictive. Yeah, all them eens.
Yeah.
So trust me, anything, someone once told me, I can't remember who, but said, get the eens out of your life.
I like that one.
Caffeine,
codeine,
nicotine, all of the
smoking.
Get the eens out of your life.
That's a cold one.
Yeah, nah, for real.
Yeah,
I feel like.
How about you?
That's a good one.
I feel like there's no way you can come to planet Earth and not have a vice. It's impossible. It's impossible. You need to have. That's why we're not perfect. That's why we're.
You're staring at a purple cow, ladies and gentlemen.
It's true though.
Even like, you know, like take it back to like living off the land in the jungle. They ain't even got. No, they did. They got the toes and shit, and they poked themselves. And did their mad trips and that.
Yeah, I think a vice or an
addiction, get them through the day.
An addiction or a vice to me is anything you're doing obsessively.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? That's what makes it a vice. If you just smoke once every 2 weeks, or you watch porn every 2 weeks, or you drink every 2 weeks, that's not a vice. I just drank. Sometimes I only drink if like there's drink there. I don't go to the shop. I can't remember the last time I went to the shop and bought a bottle. But if he buys a bottle, I'll take a sip. A vice is when like,
all the time.
if I don't get that bottle, my day's not going to function right. Yeah. It's become obsessive. And I think everyone's...
Instead of using it, it uses you.
Yeah. Music can be an addiction to me. Yeah. I don't think you can come to planet Earth without having a vice.
No. I think music's mine, yeah.
Let's flip it quickly then, yeah? Could you have is there such thing as a healthy addiction?
Yeah.
Let's talk about a healthy addiction then. You get me? Let's
flip
flip
addiction, you could I heard this, who said it might have been tricky. Yeah. Let's say for example, if you
big up tricky man. He's talking a lot of powerful.
But let's say for example, you could love a woman, for example, and that's a healthy addiction because even though Islam says, for example, if you love your woman right and appreciate your woman right, the right woman anyway, the stuff she's gonna bring to the table, for example, and double your life, for example, that no pun intended, but double your life, for example, in the sense of if you give her sperm, for example, she makes you a child. If you go buy food, for example, and buy food for the yard, for example, she cooks for you or whatever, keeps your energy up. So you could have a healthy addiction. You could be addicted to your work. It makes you more money. You can have more holidays or whatever the case is. You could be a trapper. A gym. You're just you're healthy. You're over.
Arms Collion, you hench motherfucker. That's my nigga. Arms Collion. Hey, that nigga. I always say to him, yeah. Arms Collion. I always say to that nigga, you have completed gym, my nigga. I love the gym. Right now, he's playing the extra levels. You know when you play the extra levels, like you have unlocked the gym, Arms Collion. I love that brother. He's crazy.
He's done the hidden quest.
Yeah, no, you know who he is. He's Grand Theft Auto when you finish everything and you're just doing extra missions
for the sake of it, literally.
He's gone to that.
He's throwing fridges. Did you not see his recent video? He's throwing fridges.
There was one thing on GTA where
it's not weak, you know. It's not a weak fridge, you know.
And he's throwing it like it's a little plastic little bottle or something. So, bro, so you know, like the conclusion to this, can agree that there's also like unhealthy addiction as well, yeah?
I think what I was saying of being of service, you know, when you serve people, that's when you start your purpose. That being of service is the most healthy addiction you can have in the world. There's nothing wrong that can come from being of service, especially in a positive way. Actually, being of service is a part. How do you be of service negatively? I mean, there's nothing wrong.
No, you can though.
How?
You could be of service helping people, for example, do dumb shit.
No, you could be helping people until...
But the word helping... Yeah, I
you're helping them get this bread, but
I get you.
You might land in jail still.
Yeah, I get you.
What if helping other people hinders yourself? You know, that self-love, knowing your own self. You know what I'm saying? You can't pour from an empty cup.
But it depends what he said. It depends what you're helping them, how you're helping them. If you're, it's like... helping them with your art, like what we're saying, what we do, it's gonna bounce back on you.
I've always said to myself,
if you're helping people with money you don't have, then you're hurting yourself.
Yeah. That doesn't even make sense.
But with your art, with your gift, it's free. It's unlimited.
They don't take.
You can't run me out of lyrics.
Yeah.
This is my gift. This is what I do. But my finances, or my energy. That's when you can drain me out of that. Do you know what I mean? Like you can rinse me out of that.
I think as well, you know, like being at service to people.
Yeah.
Like making someone else happy or smile or whatever can bring you joy. And
exactly.
I do it sometimes when I'm depressed. I'll go on the gram and I'll just throw out their love.
I'm the same.
Energy.
Yeah.
And like you said, it comes back to you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
people won't understand why you do things.
Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong. I really don't. I think that's a healthy addiction to have. I mean, that's all Jesus did, really.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. Niggas
he just walked around like everywhere, town to town, and served.
And they still killed him. And they still crucified him.
This is human beings that don't.
But that's human nature, though, because they don't understand. That's what I'm saying. They didn't do the. They didn't do the research.
I guess that's the theory of man.
Yeah, that's the Nas lyric. We fear what we don't understand. Hate what we can't conquer.
That's the theory of man.
One.